think that you are better now, better now.
Better Now Breakdown. If you haven't seen or heard, Post Malone has released a new music video called Better Now.
Let you down, would've gave you anything, would've gave you everything.
And it's a song that you can tell is right from the heart. Between the lyrics and the music video, there's a lot to process. So don't miss out on a single thing, including number 2 on this list. Be on the lookout for the new giveaways we have going on, and don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Number 5. Lost love and money. Relationships are one of the most complicated things in this world. Sometimes they just click in a way that is special. Other times they just don't. And it's frustrating to have to try and figure out how to make them work at times. For Post Malone, he has sung about heartbreak before, but it goes even deeper and better now, because he's laminating everything he did for a girl, and yet apparently it wasn't enough for her.
I didn't open your eyes. We were looking forward to the rest of our lives.
Such as the chorus of the song where he cries out, "You probably think that you're a better now, better now. You only say that cause I'm not around, not around. You know I never meant to let you down, let you down. Would've gave you anything, would've gave you everything."
Around, not around. You know I never meant to let you down, let you down.
You know I say that I'm better now, better now. I only say that cause you're not around, not around. You know I never meant to let you down, let you down. Would've gave you anything, would've gave you everything.
Now, better now. I only say that cause you're not around, not around.
Here, Post Malone states that the only reason that each of them, him and his lost lover, are saying that they're better now is because they each know that the other isn't around, which means they're putting a front for their friends, colleagues, and family. But if they had seen each other again, they would have admitted that they were both devastated. And yet you have to wonder if Post Malone is being an unreliable narrator here. Why do I say that? Well, it's because he notes that he let her down, which implies that he did something wrong, and then yet in the next line, he notes that would've gave you anything, everything.
Let you down, would've gave you anything, would've gave you everything.
So it's clear here that at least he thinks this could have all been solved if he had gotten her more goods or fancy jewelry or things like that.
That it wouldn't know. Everything came second to the benzo.
But as anyone who has a relationship knows, it's not always that simple. Relationships are supposed to be more than just two people giving each other things, which is likely what let her down, as he focused on material things instead of trying to be there for her in her time of need.
Let you down, would've gave you anything, would've gave you everything.
This is also interesting because it connects to another song of Post Malone's, I Fall Apart. For in that song, he sang these lines. "She told me that I'm not enough, yeah. And she left me with a broken heart, yeah. I try to brush it off, but I keep on going, covered in scars. I can't help showing, whipping in the foreign, and the tears keep blowing."
And she left me with a broken heart.
As you can see, he's talking about a girl that left him because she felt he wasn't enough, which is similar to having him let her down. And yet, while acknowledges that all of this caught him off guard, which is fair, then he notes, "All this jewelry I bought." He's only thinking about the money he spent on the girl instead of retrospecting himself to see how he screwed up, and he's kind of doing it here again. Which begs the question, if he thought he could keep this girl only through monetary value of his items, isn't it better that she left him? And would she really have hooked up with him again if they had met again? That interpretation is really up to you. Number 4, completely gone. When a relationship goes bad, there's always a period of separation where you just don't see each other for a bit after you break up. It's logical, because the thought of seeing the other person is painful given what happened. Yet here with Better Now, Post Malone notes that she's not just away, she's gone in a noticeable way. "I did not believe it would end, no. Everything came second to the benzo. You're not even speaking to my friends, no. You knew all my uncles and aunts though. 20 candles, blow them out and open your eyes. We were looking forward to the rest of our lives."
My friends know, you know all my uncles and my aunts though.
This continues to speak about the nature of their relationship, for it was a simple breakup, like a lot of people do, and they still remain friends. She would have maybe ignored some of his friends, who were also likely her own, but not all of them. And she wouldn't have cut off all communication with everyone who is associated with him. But here, she did. She knew him well enough to know his friends, his family, and more. He even insinuates with that candle line that he has been with her for potentially 20 years. Or at the very least, he's recounting the last birthday they shared together. So for her to go completely off the grid in terms of his contacts, his friends, and family, signifies that she truly doesn't want to have any reminder of him. Granted, he has to make some assumptions, like with the picture of him she used to have. It's very possible she could have thrown it away, like what he did with her relationship. But the socks you don't like line is a nice visual.
Posted by your bedside. Now I see you dresser with the socks you don't like.
Again, this shows the extent of pain of the relationship that this girl had. For it to go this far means that something very bad had to happen to her. But does he realize that? Or is he just so stunned that she's so completely out of his life that he doesn't still see the mistakes that he's made? Number 3, living with you in a world without you. There are two things that make a breakup or separation hard. The first is the breakup itself. Let's be honest, most of the time you never want to break up. But when you have to, especially if the relationship is bad. But the second part is what comes after, the life after your relationship. And not just a few days after it, but the weeks, months, and so on. For Post Malone, he's clearly struggling with his breakup as he sings, "I'm rollin', 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 with my brothers like it's Jonas Jonas. Drinking Henny and I'm trying to forget, but I can't get this shit out of my head."
And I'm rolling, 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 rolling with my brothers like it's Jonas Jonas.
What does this all mean? Well, it means that Post Malone is doing everything in his power to try and get over this breakup that he's had with his girl, but he's failing. He's tried drugs, but it doesn't work. He's tried hanging out with his friends and homies, but it doesn't work like he wants to. He even tries drinking the pain away, but his head won't let him forget her. This is a sad truth about relationships. Sometimes it's impossible to forget ones you've lost, especially if you still love them, which is clearly what's going on with Post Malone. He still cares for this girl immensely, and yet despite her clear indications that she wants nothing more to do with him, he's still pinning over her, trying to realize what he did wrong. He's living in a world where she exists, and yet doesn't exist in the context that he wants. He's trying to get over it, but the fact that she's still around haunts him because he wants to be with her. Number 2, distractions. I've already noted how Post Malone sings about the distractions that he does to try and get his mind off the girl that he lost. But the music video to Better Now goes even further into that mindset of him as he tries to get over the girl. For example, you see him driving in the early part of the video. Driving has been a coping mechanism for many over the years, as they'll drive to get away from their problems and get away from all of it, or to even give them a change in the scenery and all that. But for Post Malone, he doesn't head into the country or anything like that. He heads to a nightclub. Why is that important? Well, because think of what a nightclub is. It's a loud place where people can get together, dance with one another, enjoy each other's company, so on and so forth. He wants the noise to be there so he can finally start thinking about other things than his girl. And yet, as you watch, you'll notice that though he is there, he's not there. Instead, he's in a large room by himself while the nightclub is going loud. This shows that even though he's in a place where he should definitely be distracted, he's not, because he's still focused on her. Nothing that he does can distract him from the fact that he's focusing on her. Which brings me to another interesting aspect of the video. He flips her and a certain person else the bird multiple times. He's not just sad about the breakup, he's angry. And while he is serene and calm at times, other times he's showing what he's really feeling. So in its own way, his anger is yet another distraction from his feelings. His true feelings, that is. Number 1, the other man. I noted earlier that there are 2 things that are the hardest things about a breakup. But if we're being technical here, there is a third. Seeing them with somebody else. This is rather difficult, especially if this is soon after a breakup. But even if you're over what happened, you're going to have mixed feelings. And sure enough, Post Malone has those too. For he sees her with someone else and notes how he feels. "I seen you with your other dude. He seemed like he was pretty cool. I was so broken over you."
Dude, he seemed like it was pretty cool.
To be clear, we don't know how he found out about the other man. It could be that he was so devastated about her that he decided to try and find her at times, and then noticed the other man was with her. Or it could simply be that he saw her one day randomly, and then saw that she wasn't alone. It's really not clear. Either way though, he felt the pain. And what's more, he doesn't exactly compliment the guy. Rather, he notes that he's pretty cool. Now, that is a compliment in a way, but notice that he says he seemed like he was pretty cool instead of he was cool or he seemed cool. He had to put that objectifier in there, further showing his pain. And what did that pain do? It made him regress. As he sings, "Life it goes on. What can you do? I just wonder what it's gonna take. Another foreign or a bigger chain? Bigger chain. Because no matter how my life has changed, I keep looking back on better days."
It's gonna take another foreign or a bigger change.
So even after seeing that she's clearly with another guy, all he can focus on is the days they had together, thinking about his feelings instead of hers, which is personified in the bridge of the song. "I promise you, I swear to you, I'll be okay. You're the only love of my life." It's really sad that he just can't let go of her, especially when someone else is making her happy. What did you think of this breakdown of Better Now by Post Malone? Do you find a new appreciation for the song? What do you think was the best part of either the song, lyrics, or the music video? Do you see something that I might have missed? Do you have a question about one of the things I pointed out? Let me know in the comments below and be ready for the next video where I break down more rap songs. Hey, just a reminder that we're changing up the giveaways. From now on, we're offering the Galaxy Note 9, the one that comes with the exclusive Fortnite skin, the new iPhone X Max, which we'll pre-order for you, and the new Apple Watch Series 4, which we'll also pre-order for you. The winner gets to decide between these 3. Make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, drop a like, and comment the hidden message in the video for a chance to win. You got nothing to lose. Go for it.